Good morning. Today is the 27th of November 2024 and I'm going to go through today's trading plan and watch list and levels. Before we start, as always, we will see what news could move the market. So we had some highly volatile news come in at 8:30 today. PPI, GDP growth, core PCI price index, durable goods, so a fair few. And did we see much of a movement? I'm just looking now. 8:30, yeah, a little bit, not much. Volume is massively declined over the last few days. You can see this on this hourly chart right now. Looking, oh, let's get rid of that. So looking at this hourly chart, you can see decline in volume. Oh, there you go. So decline in volume. Go on to the daily, it'll probably be clearer. So you can see decrease in volume as prices increasing. So we are getting close to yet another all-time high. I believe SPY may have put an all-time high in this morning, but we'll get to that in a second. Volume is looking very average. RSI is not really overbought at all, so we could see potential of continuing this uptrend. And obviously we've got this daily trend line drawn from these pivots, that pivot, that pivot, that pivot. So potentially we could see it join up and get into that one. One thing I do like to do, just so I like to clone these lines and see how they hold up elsewhere. Yeah, doesn't really. There's a few touches of that line, a bit like how I look for areas of confidence. I like to look for areas of confidence on the trend line as well. I'll keep the major ones. So we've got kind of this fork set basically. Yeah, not really much to see other than we're getting close to an all-time high. Every time we've got there, we've held and broken down, retested. We are in this uptrend right now as well. So you can see while we're still in the uptrend, we've got to assume the trend is your friend and we're going to continue up. So let's get down to the hourly and let's see what we can see. Okay, so this is the ES and we're looking at the 1 hour time frame. We've got the original all-time high, which I got marked off. Notice the lack of volume in that area. So may not be much volume to reject up here, so we could see continuation. But we've got to just stick with the trend a bit. So today I'll be watching pre-market high, break and retest long. I'll be looking pre-market low, break and retest short. I'll zoom in a little bit in a second. And then probably we've got this area of confluence here around yesterday's low, and we were watching that area as well. And we've also got this area of confluence where we've got bottoms of candles, tops of candles here. Then it was the ceiling, then it became the floor, and we've yet to come back round and retest. So 6,000 down to 5,990. That's an area to watch for a bounce today. And then trend continuation, break and retest of pre-market high. We can watch break and retest of yesterday's high as well into new all-time highs, but we can also keep an eye on that. If we can't get over that or we poke through, but like this here, we can watch for rejection as well. I think that's it. I'm going to keep it really simple today. Tomorrow the market is closed. Friday the market is a half day. I won't be around tomorrow, nor will I. Well, no one will be around tomorrow, nor will I be around on Friday. So I'm going to take a nice long weekend break. I'm going hiking in Wales tomorrow. On Friday and Saturday, so I'm looking forward to that up in the mountains. We've got this level here, yeah. So that's all I can see is the same levels. Break and retest of pre-market high and low. Watch for the rejection yesterday's high. Watch for the bounce yesterday's low. But if we push up stronger, then we watch for the break and retest long of yesterday's high as well. I'm going to keep it really simple. My favourite bounce area, however, excuse me, is definitely this area here, because we've got more pivots, more reaction. And so I'm going to watch this 59.91 for a bounce, and we've got this area to watch as well. A bit of volume over to the right as well in the volume profile. So that's an area to watch. Give me 2 seconds, I will be back. Apologies for the delay. Just had someone at my door. So where were we? We're looking at ES. We had the levels, and I'm going to flick over to order flow quickly. There's not much going on order flow today. I don't think there's going to be much going on at all today. We can see price has been increasing. Cumulative delta is increasing. It all looks pretty normal. Hang on, let's go back. So there's nothing really, no large orders really. Yeah, so keep an eye on order flow a bit later. This stream will be live, the order flow stream. So there's nothing really giving anything away at the moment. So let's just move on to SPY next. So we've got 600 is our key area, which is where we are right now. And we put in a new all-time high yesterday, I believe, in the post-market. So I'm watching for a break and retest of pre-market high. Long, don't really want to go short in this area because there's a little bit of volume there, but it'd be a bit risky. If we are looking for a short, then we want to see it break this trend first and then come back and retest this area for the short. That's the only way I'll look for a short. And if it does break that trend, then that'll be basically the break and retest of the pre-market low. Same for the ES as well. So break and retest of pre-market low and high. Probably I like the break and retest of yesterday's high, pre-market high. That's more because that's with the trend. And then the only bounce area I can see is probably this 595 area. Area of confluence, bottoms of candles, tops of candles. This region here. And we've got a volume shelf in that area as well. So that's the area I watch for bounce. I'm going to get rid of this one, 597. And that is an area to watch, but I think this is the main area. Just A+ setups only today. SPX 6,000, we can watch that area for a retest. We've broken out, come back down, we held it, broke out, come back, we haven't yet come back down, so let's watch this area for a bounce. And we can also watch previous all-time high for break and retest as long as well, so long that is. And I won't take SPX, I'll be looking at ES or SPY, mainly ES for a break and retest of the pre-market high. And then bounce areas, again same as SPY and ES, we've got this region here, 59.60, which is yesterday's low as well, so hopefully somebody took that yesterday. Nice bounce up there. NASDAQ, this is the NASDAQ 100 E-mini futures. We've got this daily level here, daily trend line. We've got this hourly, channel as well, and you can see we've been holding this channel, and we're right at the bottom end of that channel. NASDAQ is giving a little bit more relative weak. Is it? Yeah, looking a bit weaker than ES is at the moment. ES is putting in lots of all-time highs, or getting close to all-time highs, the same as SPY, whereas NASDAQ has barely got anywhere near to the all-time highs. So it's showing a bit of relative weakness. And let's go back to ES for a second. Here's the difference. You can see how much stronger ES is. ES is coming into all-time highs. We've got this strong uptrend, putting in higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher high, and then a higher low, maybe another higher high. NASDAQ, on the other hand, it's showing a little bit of divergence. It started putting in higher highs and then a lower low, so it's not quite the same. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then a lower high here. So it's showing, that's why I think it's showing more relative weakness. So probably we can keep an eye on the yesterday's low, pre-market low for break and retest short. Maybe that's a higher probability, especially if we see ES starting to reject a level. Maybe if we're looking for rejection today, we can probably keep an eye on ES for the break and retest of pre-market low. Again, if we get over, not a big fan of the break and retest long, but maybe watch pre-market high, higher risk, yesterday's high, break and retest, higher probability. Again, volume's going to be a lot less today because it's market's closed tomorrow, and I don't think there'll be the big money or the smart money of the institutions or the hedge funds. If they've got any sense, they've taken this week off for an extended holiday. QQQ. Oh, sorry. NASDAQ is basically, let's go through the levels quickly. We've got this rejection area. We've got volume starting to come into that area. Bottoms of these pivots, a little area consolidation. We rejected it once with a nice big reaction. So let's keep an eye on it. What happens when we get up to there? First time is always the best time. Second time we may get a smaller reaction. Third time, fourth time could be the breakthrough. So let's keep an eye on this area, and what is that? That is 21060 area. Obviously 2100 psychological number. We can see we held it yesterday as well. We held it, we just couldn't get through it. So we can watch for a higher risk, lower probability rejection there, only because we're so close to it, or break and retest if we can get through. But like I said, it's looking weaker than ES right now. So let's just see how the market plays. QQQ. Good morning, Charles. How are you? Hopefully you've had a good day. Or I had a good day yesterday. I'll go through my one and only trade. I literally took a very small, I basically didn't trade. And I'll go into that in a second. Hopefully you also had a good relative day. Remember, no trades, even today, no trade is a position, is a good position to have because it's not a losing day. QQQ. Again, we've got this area here to watch for the rejection. 510. We can also watch 512 to 513 for the rejection up here. We've got the point of control coming through that zone as well. So that's where the volume is, and that's potentially where we could be held up. And then bounce wise, I like this area. We've got this volume shelf. We've got a pull back to it. We've got a pull back to it. We've got tops of pivots. There was a ceiling, then it became the floor at 505. So let's watch 505 for the bounce potentially. If we get down to 505, we would have broken this trend as well. So even though we're watching it for a bounce, it could be maybe setting up a lower high potentially if we are going to break that trend. Oil. Just putting in this nice head and shoulders pattern. Let's draw this in. So we've got the left shoulder here. Oh, hang on, my pen's not working. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, the break, and now the retest. So I quite like, just to be on the safe side, the break and retest below pre-market low for the rejection. Not for the rejection, for the continuation of this downtrend. Otherwise, to break this downtrend, we need to we need to change direction, and we could then be looking at an inverse head and shoulders. So just bear that in mind as well. Break and retest for pre-market high, and again, we can watch as far down as yesterday's low for a bounce. We've got volume over here as well. You can see it wanes below that area, and then our rejection area. It's just area of confidence, same as yesterday. Yesterday's high basically up to that pivot. Gold, glorious gold. It's making a bit of a comeback. Putting in this again. As you know, I love these patterns. Look at this for a great pattern. This is the head and shoulders pattern, then the break, and then the retest. If you're watching closely, you would have got the break and the retest just there as well. And look at this, we came all the way back into that level as well on big volume as well. So you can see the volume's declining over time on this big pullback as well. So let's find an entry. I was going to say the only area I like, we've already rejected it. So maybe watch for a double top, or go down to a few time frames, see if we can see another head and shoulders pattern forming, a break and retest. That's the neckline there. So maybe watch that on the 5 minute. Let's just zoom in a bit. There you go. That could be the left shoulder there. This could be the head. We might be putting in a right shoulder. So keep an eye on that area. This is an area, a rejection area. We've got the point of control of the most recent few days right up here. So we can watch 2700 basically for the rejection, this region here, if we do come up into that region. Otherwise, watch for the bounce down at yesterday's low. But again, be wary of today's market volume. RTY is looking still bullish. You know, we were potentially looking at this funny head and shoulders pattern. Wasn't the greatest pattern. Yeah, that's a better pattern there. But we've now broken tops. That's an invalid pattern now. So we can watch yesterday's low, pre-market low, that area, this area down here for a bounce. Let's just see if I can draw a level in. And what I'm looking for is the multiple touches, and it's going to be there. And the reason I like that zone is because we've got tops of these candles, bottoms of those candles, bottoms of that candle, bottoms there, tops of this candle, and later on a gap, bottoms of candles, bottoms of candles. So it's a big area. I know we've got the point of control a little bit below, and there seems to be lack of volume there. So, but we've been holding this area for some time. So let's keep an eye on that for a bounce, and that's yesterday's low area of 24.20 for a bounce. And then rejection again. Is it all-time highs? I believe it is. Yeah, not a big fan of rejecting all-time highs, because if it's all-time highs, why would you want to go short on a strong stock if it's getting into all-time high? So those are times when you want to look for continuation. But if you see a trend break, potentially has a break of trend here, and we're putting in a double top, and then we have a break and retest, then we can look for some sort of rejection, but that's with plenty of confirmation. YM, okay, so we'll go back to order flow quickly in a second. There's a little bit of divergence, we've got a bit of time on the ES. So YM putting in new all-time highs, strong uptrend, really strong. Let's watch for the break and retest of yesterday's high, pre-market low, continued trend up. I believe it's, let's just have a look and see whether it is all-time. It is all-time highs, just double checking. We don't need that anymore. Let's get rid of these. I'm going to start cleaning up some of the charts, probably use this weekend as a time to clean things up a bit. Oh, I'll do that later. Okay, so I've got an alert down there waiting for. Let's get rid of that alert. We've got this volume shelf down there, so why can't I get rid of that line? Oh, there we go. So yeah, so looking really bullish. We are quite extended. We are coming up into the upper RSIs as well. This is a daily, don't forget. So I do quite like the break and retest. It's already done that. Come out, retest that area, push back up. So be a bit wary going long as well, but generally holiday time and market closed weeks, you generally have a nice slow grind up, and that's kind of what we've been seeing. So bounce area, let's keep an eye on yesterday's low area for the bounce. We've got a couple of pivots and another pivot there, that's yesterday's put in. So keep an eye on 44,520 for bounce and authorized break and retest long, looking pretty bullish on that one. And then finally Bitcoin. Nice pullback. I didn't get a chance to add any yesterday. I was really waiting. I got down to 90,000. It's a nice round number. I didn't quite get down to that level, but onto the daily. Really want to see a nice decent pullback to at least the 50 moving average, really, when I want to add some more. Yeah, so we've got reducing price, decreasing volume. Maybe that's a bullish sign. You know, want to see increase in volume if we're starting to sell off. But look at the size of the volume. Here we go. It's an anomaly. So we've got this big wide range candle, and we've just got an average size volume bar to go with it. Make sure they're lining up, and then let's find another candle of that size. So find another candle of this size. Let's say this one here. It's not far off that. And then, but look at the volume. Twice the volume, and even the candle before, twice the volume. So this is an anomaly. So to me, that's telling me that even though we sold off, we just don't have the backing of the sellers as we did previously. Or it could be just the fact that we've got a holiday weekend coming up, so maybe there's less people in the market. Maybe more a bit of that now I've said it out loud. But still, you don't want to see a big red bar like that with a small volume bar to go with it. You really want to see a big volume bar as well, so to show that there's commitment from the sellers, but there's nothing there. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we've still got 100,000. We didn't quite get there. We missed it by ticks, by dollar. So I'm not sure what do we get to. We got to 99,860. So we were $140 away from 100k. So not quite there, but almost. So let's keep an eye on Bitcoin. And then I did say I'll go through my one and only trade yesterday. Did I import it? I'm not even sure if I imported it. Let's do that now. Add trade. Change it to London. If you don't have a trade journaling tool, whether you do it manually on paper or whether you do it on a spreadsheet or something. It's worth recommending journaling. You know, I'm not the best person to journal, so look at that, $56, one trade, basically a break-even day, but it was just one contract of MMQ I took, and it was an opening range breakout, one of the strategies I've been looking at for a while. So I went long on the breakout, and basically the opening range should have been there, but I got in a little bit early, and then I saw that indecision candle and got out. So my trading over the last year has got much better. A year ago, I'll probably be trying to hold that, thinking, oh, indecision, you know, maybe it's going to go. But now I'm looking to take profits as much as I can. And it just pulled, and look at that, I got out, it's almost a high of yesterday, and then it just went reversed on me. I've yet to put in my, I've not tagged this yet, so it will be an ORB. Time frame was on the 5 minute. I like to put as much information in because later on when I come back to do my journaling, or when I do some back testing, or I want to see my results, then all this information, all these custom tags I put in, you know, like, have I completed my pre-market videos? Is what I'm doing right now. I didn't do my end of day report. Did I do my stats today? No, I didn't yesterday. No pre-market video. That's if I don't get to do one of these videos. No written levels. I always put my levels down. I've got a private Discord which I put them into. I do sometimes put them in the comments as well, so I'll probably start doing that more often. Physical wellness, stress relief. That's like going for a walk, or physical wellness is good. Yeah, going to the gym. I've lost quite a bit of weight this year. I review charts every day. Watched at least one trading video. I try to every day. Wrote my levels. So, but yeah, I won't go into that now. The market's about to open in 3 minutes. So that's my one and only trade yesterday. It's more of a scalp, break and retest, and the fact I got out quick. You know, I'll journal this later, and that's just shown improvement in my own trading, because I'm a trader who likes to hold, and I'll hold and hold and hold until it goes against me, and I'm trying to get out of that habit, especially when trading Apex accounts as well. You know, you have a trailing drawdown, and the amount of times I've been bitten by the trailing drawdowns where I've been holding, winning trades turned into losing trades, and trying my best not to do that anymore. Also, take a look at this Bitcoin. One thing I forgot to notice, we've got high volume coming in. Also, we're really been overbought for a long time, and then we've just got back below the 70%, and that's where we saw the green bar come back in. So we may see a bit of trend continuation, but we'll see. Right, that's it. Oh, let's have a quick look at the cumulative delta divergence I'm just seeing right now. So this is the ES, but look at this screen. This is the cumulative delta divergence. You can see price is going sideways. You can say it's going sideways, maybe increasing, and then we had bullish cumulative delta, but bearish price action. So potentially we could be looking at a reversal at the market open. What could that be? Well, we've got lots of aggressive buying going on right now, but the price is selling off. So it looks like the buyers absorbing the sellers at the moment. So we may see a big push up as the market opens. And if we do, then we're looking for the break and retest of this pre-market high area, which is this area here. I'll just open up my chart again. Back to the hourly. It is 1 second to get the levels again for the break and retest. 630, 60, 38, 25. So this area up here, we're watching for the break and retest. So we want to see it break through. This is basically the 2 minute chart. Break through that area, 60, 37 area, and come back and retest it for a long. Or we got pre-market low, which is, I think it's down at 24, so a little bit below this level here, or break and retest down there. But we really want to only do that with confirmation. For example, seeing a reversal, like a cumulative delta divergence, or if we're looking for a reversal and then suddenly we start seeing some big red bars, if we're looking for a short, then that's a sign we might have to see a reversal coming. And of course, watching for exhaustion on the footprint charts. So there's no, if we're looking for a bounce, we've got to look for exhaustion. We've only got 6 contracts down there. See, we're quite heavy there, really heavy here, so I don't think there's much exhaustion here at the moment. We've got lots of volume coming in here, thousands. You don't often get thousands, so that's a sign where it's an area where we could see a bit of a contest. And the market's open. Let's clear that. Just interesting to watch the order flow. So here we go. So we had a negative candle here. So a red candle but a green delta, which is an anomaly as well. We've got stacked imbalances here, negative ones. That's normally a bearish sign. But we've got point of control down the bottom here as well. Okay, so I'm going to concentrate on my main chart, but just keep an eye on levels and only trade if it's an A+ setup today. Okay, I appreciate you watching. I won't be around tomorrow, Thanksgiving, even though I don't celebrate it. I'm going to take it as a day off. I'll probably pick up some of my other businesses. And then Friday I'm taking a day off to go hiking in Wales, so I won't be around. I will try and get the order flow screen up and running before I leave on Friday. But happy Thanksgiving, and I will be back Monday, and obviously the live stream will be live on my other stream right now. Okay, thank you.